Well, folks, we're here. The end of the Scarlet and Violet era. I can't say that it's been perfect, but I can tell you that I've had fun. In the 3 years since the release of Gen 9, I've caught tons of shinies, found new favorites, and just generally had a good time. But for all the hundreds of shinies that I've caught, there are still a few hunts in the game that I want to go knock out before we move on to Legends ZA next week. So today, I'm going to complete almost everything left on my Scarlet and Violet bucket list before we leave Paldea in the rear view for the time being. But the clock is ticking down to ZA, so without further ado, let's get into it. The first hunt on my bucket list is one that I personally think is really cool. One of the neat things about open world Pokemon games is how they allow a couple of Pokemon to show off their unique abilities in the wild. For instance, there are a few shape-shifting tricksters that do this by disguising themselves as other Pokemon in the overworld and then revealing their true form when you encounter them. Most famously, this is a trademark behavior of Ditto, who is basically the poster child for transformation abilities in fiction. But I already found a shiny Ditto by accident a few months ago, so I really don't have much of a reason to go through the trouble of hunting another. Fortunately for me, there are two other Pokemon that act in very similar ways, so I'm gonna hunt both of them. Alright, we are chilling outside of Medali. What, can I help you? Well, what a great example. As you can see here, we have a Ditto disguised as a Persian. This guy's kind of fucking big, actually. But if you run into it, you will see that it is not a Persian and is in fact a Ditto. And there's lots of stuff out here that are just disguised Dittos, and you could tell if you just lock onto them, it'll tell you. But we are not looking for a Ditto today. What we are looking for, however, is a Zorua. So once we make ourselves a dark type sandwich, like so, these encounters should turn. Okay, that's not. What am I? Wait, what? It's the Ghost of Medali! It's fucking back! Oh, no, wait! The Ghost of Medali from the St. Patrick's Day video. No fucking way. That's crazy. But now, instead of Ditto, some things are going to be disguised Zorua. And since we have no way of knowing those are shiny, what we're going to do is we're just going to knock them out with Auto Battle, because Auto Battle Pokemon will not knock out a shiny. And we honestly just have to keep doing that until it refuses to kill something and it turns out to be a shiny Zorua. Which, you know, could take a while. It will take a while. I also underestimated how many Bombardier there would be here. I'm gonna be honest, I did not even remember that these guys were a dark type. So I actually have a Zorua story to tell about when Gen 5 was new. But when I was a wee lad, when I say that I mean in like fucking high school, I wasn't much of a shiny hunter. It was not something that I was involved in. I didn't watch like YouTube videos about it or anything like that. It was just something that I knew existed and didn't know much about. But I knew that you could hatch shiny Pokemon, so I was like, hey, fuck it, I'll try that. So I wanted to do it with Zorua, because that was like the only way you can get a shiny Zorua back then. So what my dumbass ended up doing was I would collect about one or two boxes of eggs and then hatch them all, and if none were shiny, I would soft reset. If you know anything about Pokemon breeding, then you know where this is going. Yeah, I obviously did not find a shiny this way, because I was hatching the same batch of eggs over and over, and they would never be shiny. So, not knowing this, I got up to like literally like 7,000 over the course of a few months. 7,000 Zorua eggs of the same like 60 eggs. And I genuinely think that that is something that discouraged me from shiny hunting for a long time. Like, after that, I did not do it again until Gen 8. I was like, fuck this is a waste of time, you know, not acknowledging that I'm the idiot doing things wrong. It sucked though, dude. I felt so stupid. One of these days, I'm gonna go back and hatch that shiny Zorua. Mark my words. But for now, I gotta keep hitting these dogs with a car. Nope. That's a shiny Mastiff. Bonk. I gotta say, I like this shiny for these a lot more than I like the regular colors of it. The, like, yellow and orange, it's not working for me. Not a fan. Oh? Is this it? It would appear so. Alright, this should be a shiny Zorua. Ta-da! Hell yeah, dude. I mean, what a gorgeous shiny. Shiny Zorua. That wasn't the longest hunt, but it wasn't short either. I mean, I was doing... Let's see. I timed it. Took an hour and a half. So, you know, longer than most Scarlet and Violet hunts, but that's kind of the point of today. Alright, let's go get us a Zoroark now. And now, for Zoroark, we are gonna more or less do more of the same. I'm a big fan of Zoroark, actually. It's gotta be top 5 from Gen 5 for me. Or at least close. It might be a hot take, but I actually really don't like the N is a Zoroark theory. I know there's a lot of, like, pretty compelling evidence backing it up, but, like, on a purely vibes basis, I don't like it. It feels just a little bit too, like, and Ash was in a coma the whole time. Nothing in the anime actually happened. It's like, alright, calm down, MatPat. Plus, it doesn't even make sense. Like, how could N be a Zoroark when he's already my wife? Oh, is this it already? Alright, if my car ain't lying to me, then this is a shiny Zoroark. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Hell yeah. That was much faster. That took all of 10 minutes. I mean, what a banger shiny. This thing is awesome. Ka-chow. Hell yeah, brother. Well, there is the other of the illusion Pokemon. Very nice. Sick. Well, let's move on to the next thing. The next target isn't necessarily one that has some special gimmick or difficulty to encountering it, it's just one that has somehow managed to evade me for 3 years. I missed the Tatsugiri outbreak event way back whenever that happened, and up until the Switch 2 came along, I generally avoided Casaroya Lake and all the lag that comes with it. So before I leave Paldea, I'll be picking up some sushi to go. So I gotta keep my eye out for 3 different shinies, basically. I don't have any preference for which I find. I know one is best for VGC to be used with Dondozo, but I don't use Dondozo because I have honor and integrity. This is the weapon of the enemy. I only use honorable strategies such as Psy Spam. Dude, I have not had sushi in so long. Actually, I don't think I've had sushi since I moved back from Japan. It's just like way too expensive here. Once you've had sushi at like a more reasonable price, you really can't justify how much it costs to get that shit in like Chicago. But I used to go to those like sushi go-round places. Shout out Hamazushi, and I would fucking stack plates, dude. Because you could get, like, 2 nigiri for 100 yen, so, like, $1 less, even. So I could put, like, 30 of those bitches on the board for the price of, like, what fucking McDonald's costs here now. Maybe I'll treat myself to sushi if this video does well. Get this motherfucker to, 3 likes, and I'll buy myself some sushi. Oh, there's a shiny Dratini. Where are you going? You get your ass back up here! No, there's another shiny Dratini. Hello. Man, all I wanted was sushi, but I keep finding these noodles. Oh, wise Suicune of the lake, tell me your wisdom. It's surprisingly easy to hack your 3DS. Thanks, Suicune. Hold on, does this guy have yellow stripes? Ah, you do. Come on, don't be shy. There we go. And the sandwich was about to run out too, so that's convenient. And this is the stretchy form, which when it jumps in the mouth of a Dondozo increases the speed. So, you know, the worst one. Whatever. Still a cool guy, though. The next quote-unquote hunt that I was gonna do was gonna be a cool little IRL segment where I'd venture to GameStop and get a code card for the shiny Koraidon distribution. But unfortunately, scalping culture has ruined fucking everything, and stores everywhere were out of them literally immediately.
Yeah, question for me?
I'm just trying to pick up a code card for
Sold out all out of them.
first hour. That's crazy.
I love it. I had everyone sold out. I love it.
That's crazy.
Whatever, man. I didn't even find any shinies in Pokemon Go on the trip back, but at least I got some steps in, I guess. Speaking of which, according to my Pokewalker, our next hunt is a Tauros? That can't be right. Oh, Paldean Tauros. So these are another one that are kind of hard to see. Honestly, pretty hard to see, which is why I've put it off for so long. And what I'm looking for is for the colors of the body and the mane to be reversed. So like a grayer mane. Of course, I waited till daytime to start because I don't want to do this on hard mode. Plus, I feel like it's a lot easier to hunt things that are more aggressive now that like you can just straight up fly over them. 'Cause these guys are aggressive. They just run at you, you know, as bulls do. Oh, they coming. Oh, they coming. The lighting keeps tricking me with these because I'm really just looking at two different shades of gray. Whenever there's hard to see shinies like this, I always wonder to myself, like, how many times have I unknowingly passed a shiny Tauros? Because there has to have been a few. I've played this game for a bazillion hours. We're like midway through the second sandwich, and I'm really starting to question if my eyes work. Wait a damn minute. You see that guy in the middle? That's the one. No! Not you! Not you! Why did it switch? I'm talking to you. Man, that was not easy. If we're being for real, I think I probably missed one, at least once. Because that was pretty subtle, and I think that I might have missed it. That took like over an hour, man. And this is just the regular fighting type one. It's not even the cool water type one with the propeller tail. You get away from, hey, I'm with him. Let's see, it's a black shiny, check. Fighting type, check. Rideable, you betcha. Really annoying to get a hold of? Oh yeah, this is a Koraidon. Alright, let's knock out another annoying hunt that I've avoided for 3 years. Tandemaus is small. It also has a really subtle shiny. I've probably rode past multiple of these shiny mice, and I'd have no idea that their little pants were yellow instead of blue because I can barely see them most of the time. So before I leave Paldea, I'm gonna finally hunt one. And before you even type that comment, no, I am not going for a family of 3 mouse hold. If you want to see me do a 1 in 100 form evolution, I literally just did a 3-segmented Unsparse in the last video. And frankly, I really don't care about Mousehold enough to go through all that trouble. So for this, what I get is what I get. Alright, it's time to do one that I'm super not looking forward to. It's Tandemaus, hooray. They're just so small and so subtle that I just really didn't want to do these. So I've avoided it for a long time. And to make things easier for myself, what you're seeing is what I'm recording, but what I'm seeing is this. So that way I can tell the difference if they're yellow a little easier. And it is a fucking eyesore. But it is what is necessary to not miss these. You know, they made a lot of subtle shinies in Gen 9, and I really hope that trend does not continue. I feel like a cool Pokemon is really robbed of its potential when it doesn't have a good shiny. And some of what we got, it was just sad, dude. And it's also just like, I want my shinies to have that wow factor, you know? Like, even if I don't like a shiny color more than the original color of something, just being different is enough. You know, being up here reminds me how weirdly they handled the Elite Four in this game. I mean, for one, I had the glitch where it just, like, looped the beginning of the music over and over, so I never actually got to hear the Elite Four music in-game. I had to look it up on YouTube. Very cool. Good game. But also, like, they were all in this, like, bland-ass room that you never get to revisit again because you cannot re-challenge the Elite Four. I mean, I guess that's a choice. Like, what if I want to go see Rika again? Do I just have to go fuck myself? No, seriously, I need more Rika. Don't. Hey. Put her in more games. Wait a minute. Is this... I think this is it. Look at what I'm looking at. That doesn't look very blue. I think these are the guys. They're the guys! Hell yeah, dude. I could switch out of nightmare vision and play the game normally. There we go. Shiny Tandemaus. Oh, and it has a mark. It is an uncommon mark. You know, I don't think that counts. That doesn't count as a mark, I decided. Alright, and I'll give the people what they want, and I'll evolve it and check for a 3 segment. 1 sec. Alright, and even though I am not going for a family of 3, I will evolve it in the back of the party and see. Because, like, imagine if it is. That'd be pretty crazy. Time to find out. Nah, that's family of 4. It would have been cool, but I just don't care enough to do it. I can't possibly look at that saturated screen any longer. Let's go get the 6th and final member of this farewell tour team. The final hunt that I've got picked out for this video is something that I've been meaning to do for a long time. In Paldea, there are static Tera Pokemon in the overworld, and while they can be shiny, there's a big asterisk next to that. These static Pokemon are completely unaffected by things that increase shiny odds, such as sandwiches and the shiny charm. No matter what, these Pokemon will remain at 1 out of 496 chance of being shiny. You know, full odds. But why hunt something full odds in a game where it's so easy to get shiny Pokemon? I don't know, because I hate myself? Why do shiny hunters do anything? And how did you get in my house? Okay, so if I have done this correctly, then right when I load in, there should be a Stellar Tera Pokemon in front of me. Let's try that again. As I was saying, when I load in, there should be a Stellar Tera Pokemon in front of me. And this time, it actually worked. It just kind of doesn't oh, I didn't even know Relor was an option over here. Okay. Yeah, there's a few possible things this can be, and I am not particularly hyper-focused on anything. It would be pretty cool to get a Crocodile, though, so kind of hoping for that. But now that I know that works, let's get to resetting. Wait a minute. That Drillbur has a blue nose. Hold on, little fella. Oh shit, hold on. My other Joy-Con's off, don't run into me. Yep, that is definitely a shiny Drillbur. That is a Stellar Tera shiny Drillbur. I gotta take some pictures, dude. Look at this guy. It kind of sucks that it's one of the smaller ones because I wanted to take more pictures. Look at this dude. Damn, I don't want to encounter it yet because I just want to look at it. But I also really want to see that animation. All right, I've had my fill of selfies. Let's get a look at this animation. Oh hell yeah. That's so sick, dude. Look at, oh, I love the Tera sparkles on it. That's so good. And this is encounter number 2841. This took like 3 days of resetting. What an awesome little dude. Okay, and now I have to do something that feels insane by attacking the shiny. Goodbye. Hey, little guy. And of course, you know I gotta hit him with the Premier Ball, as always. Dude, this guy's awesome. The Static Stellar Tera Drillbur. So sick, dude. And then before I forget, I want to check if this guy's got a size mark, because how cool would that be? The drill burr. Good sight bigger. Oh, well, whatever. Well, it's not a jumbo, but it is awesome. I'm quite fond of this fellow. Hell yeah, man. Alright, it's time to have a look at him. Here is everyone that I got today. I mean, only 3 of them are even from Paldea, but like, I feel like the other 3 are significant game mechanics that warrant making the, Can I fucking help you, man? But I think that's a pretty cool Zorua. I'm a big fan of the whole illusion mechanic in the overworld, so I'm glad to check these off the list finally. And this little guy is just straight up awesome. A wild, shiny Stella Tera fucking whatever. I think I just had a stroke. You know, I even if you told me this is shiny, I wouldn't believe you. But overall, not bad for a last hurrah in the region. I gotta say, man, I'm gonna miss this place. But that's alright. I know I'll be back eventually. I tied up quite a few loose ends today, and while it might seem like I'm finished with Paldea forever, I know that I'll be back eventually. I'll have my reasons to shiny hunt here again in the future, and I even have a Switch profile with the Gimme Ghoul Raid event saved so I can hunt those one day. If you don't want to miss that video, or any of the many Legends ZA videos I'm going to be making, please consider subscribing. Not only is it free, but it also helps me out a lot. I also recently set up channel memberships, so if you want to support me a little extra, you could join Team Pink and get your name in the end credits of my regular uploads, as well as access to the occasional member exclusive video. I just made one talking about all the Gen 6 shiny hunts I did last month, so if that's something that interests you, consider becoming a channel member and supporting me that way as well. As for Scarlet and Violet though, it's time to bid them a bittersweet farewell. The game's had a lot of problems, and I've definitely experienced my fair share of them. But I also became a Pokemon YouTuber here. One of my very first YouTube videos that I put any effort at all into was a theory video trying to predict the plot of these games before they came out. And well, it's a horribly optimized mess filled with textures that can only be defined as eyesores, and all of the outfits you're allowed to wear make you look like a total fucking dork. Scarlet and Violet also told what is, in my opinion, one of the better stories in the series. It also introduced a bunch of Pokemon that are just straight up awesome. It had a banger soundtrack, and it even showed us some of the best human character design that they've done in a long time. I mean, they even made femboys canon. Maybe these games aren't so bad after all. So while I'm more than ready to say goodbye, or at the very least, see you later to these games, I'll look back on them fondly for what they were. And who knows, maybe finding a diamond in Paldea's Rough was what the treasure hunt was about all along. I'll see you in Lumios, everybody.